Hey, what's up, Wayne Fit? Let's talk about 7 morning habits to win your day. So you've been thinking about maybe improving your productivity at work or at home. Do you have an important project you like to give your best shot? Are you wondering about how to actually make it so you can achieve your life goals and the dream that make those dreams come true? Let me ask you, do you have a morning routine? Having powerful morning habits that are engraved in your system and become a part of who you are, not only exciting, but something that is worth pursuing. And all you need is a little audit of yourself and take note of what habits actually work for you. So what areas of your life could use more stability? Yes, it's not going to be easy. Some days it will be easy, and other days you'll find it upright hard, honestly. You may be ill or lose a loved one, or you may just not be in the mood. Some of these things might break you and weigh you down, honestly. And just to be honest, because of course I want to be honest, but does it have to be this way? And rather than allowing the ups and downs of life to distract you from achieving your God-given purpose, why not take the opportunity to learn, in that sense of pivoting even, and give it a new perspective. Having a morning habit that you can stick to is the first step to developing grit and self-respect. So today in this video, you are going to learn the 7 golden morning habits that will help you win your day. When I have breakfast this morning, think about the things that you like to accomplish today. With a morning ritual, you have the magic to see into your day. You'll be happier, more productive, and have the confidence you need to address tough challenges that come your way. What will set you up for this? A morning ritual, of course. And so I am someone, anyone who knows me, I get up every morning I have a strict morning routine, and I attribute that to a lot of my success, a lot of my forward movement in life, a lot of the reasons why I've been able to accomplish things I have, or be able to do different things, and so, or get so much done. And if I didn't have that, someone who's very ADHD, someone who's very scattered, this has really made such a huge difference in my life. So who am I, in case we haven't met before? I'm so glad you're here. Number one, my name is Jen Plykin. I'm simply a holistic empowerment coach who's combined with 20 plus years in nutrition, group fitness, personal training, life and transformational coaching, and being an educator, and to one complete program, because I was burnt out on diet fads and empty promise programs myself, and I know what it's like to be stuck and feel like there's no hope out there. And through that journey, I did my own 180. So now I help people make their own 180, go a new way to living an authentic life that's thriving, and where we are fit holistically and as a lifestyle through our micro habits, where we're fit in our mind and our heart and our bodies. And so I come at you with a complete solution. So if that's something that interests you, my videos, my workouts, all those kind of things center around that. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And are you ready? Let's dive in. So Tim Ferriss says, win the morning and win the day. And I truly believe that. Did you know that having a good morning routine actually sets you up for the entire day? The truth is that there are more bad days than good ones. Okay, truth. There are days when we're dialed into every little detail, and on most days we simply react to other people's demands, feeling messed up and out of control. In spite of the fact of not having a morning routine a morning routine can honestly be magical. And the truth is, it's even more to that than meets the eye. It's the science that you can incorporate into your life and reap extraordinary levels of productivity. The question is there one right way to win the day? Well, if you can achieve one thing in the morning, is it good? It is as good as you have won the day. There's a high chance you will enjoy the rest of the day, because think about it, it sets ourselves off for that success, right? Ask any productive person, they will tell you they have a morning routine, I guarantee you, that defines what they achieve during the day, and hence accounts for their success and productivity at whatever they do. So one thing that we have to understand is that mornings are the most predictable parts of the day, but it only takes discipline and having a routine to reap the benefits the productivity that comes into it. All you have to do is tweak a few things here and there and adding on habits, and you work gradually to make a routine. So give yourself some grace and some credit for what you do. For instance, if you start working out, okay, simply add it to your routine. When you feel down, you can write a few sentences about your thoughts and your emotions. The whole point is to make this part of your lifestyle. Remember, fit is a lifestyle through micro habits, and you have full control of your life. This is because when you start your day with a routine and develop it as a habit, you realize that you are gradually and adding positive thinking and positive habits into your life. What's a better way to build your life than through positivity? There's enough negative out there. So what are you waiting for? Come with me and let's learn the 7 golden habits. habits to help you win your day. So first, real quick, a brief overview of the benefits of having a morning routine, just in case there's any more doubters out there. According to several health experts, influencers, business owners around the globe, being successful is an indicator that you have a structured start to your day. If you review all the interviews in the Tim Ferriss show, you realize that almost 90% of the highly impactful individuals or the society actually have a morning routine, and they state that. In other words, they have built habits that cultivated over time, and they made it part of their lifestyle. You may be thinking, so what if you have a morning routine or habits? Well, there's so many benefits that you will enjoy when you have a morning habits. The good news is that you don't have one. If you have one, then you build upon that. But if you don't have any, then it's easy. Just build one. Start with one. Don't start with all 7 of these. Start with one. But the core benefits, okay, of morning routine, and this is based on research and my own and others that I've gathered from just influencers that I listen to, and just those who have really good habits, and there are highly effective people. I'm always feeding my mind with the best of the best and incorporating their stuff into my life, because I want to be as productive as I can, use every day for as much as I can. So number 1, self-discipline. Self-discipline is perhaps one of the most important benefits of getting a morning routine. In fact, according to many philosophers, there's evidence that actually shows that having all that discipline and getting up in the morning at the same time is a good foundation to kickstarting a good day. It carries over into the rest of the days, weeks, years, months, and really, if you want to be fit, what happens? You get up, you get it done. No excuses can come in when you work out in the morning. So when you enforce an active discipline to start your day, you will simply draw the discipline into various areas of life. These include mental focus, health, work, family, diet, among others. Secondly, time. This discipline of morning habit, getting up every day, is one of the most practical aspects of extra time. In today's culture, time is considered one of the most valuable assets, is it not? If you don't believe me, look at the success, the new time-saving things like Uber, Amazon Prime, Alexa Voice, right? The truth is, having an extra hour to your routine in the morning can be a channel to do something really positive. You can use extra time to do something important that you normally would overlook. Maybe there's a business you want to start, right? Maybe there's something that you really want to start working on. Maybe there's a hobby or something. There's so many possibilities out there. And it limits procrastination. I don't know about you, but to me, there's nothing worse than being rushed in the mornings. But I bet this is pretty familiar to a lot of us. And everyone who I feel rushed, it's that dang snooze button. You hit over and over again. I have a non-negotiable with my snooze. I act like it's non-existent. I've done that for a really long time, for most of my life. And because of that, I think that I have actually made some really incredible progress in my life, just to the fact that I never hit the snooze button. And that's not something that's ever existed. It's like it doesn't even exist in my vocabulary. And so that's huge. And I recommend that for you. Like, make that snooze button non-negotiable anymore. Like, put it somewhere else. Find an alarm clock without a snooze button. But do something. Put it on the side of the room. Make it so you don't go back to bed after you get up and get it. So, sometimes we spend too much time making breakfast or putting away lunches. Lunches should be prepared the night before. Breakfast should be easy. What you wake up to is realizing that you did not allocate adequate time for these activities, or maybe someone who changes their clothes 50,000 times, right? Rather than just wearing what you have pulled. Because you allow something else to eat your time, which is most likely sleep. Now, having a morning routine simply throws you off into your internal clock, and this often happens when we don't have a definitive waking time. This is because we are constantly snoozing when the clock goes off. You hit the snooze button, you procrastinate tasks even before you get out of bed. So it's adding procrastination into as a norm and as something that's acceptable before you even get out of bed. This also applies when you procrastinate your urgent task, right, to the next. You have to realize how toxic this is for you. It does not only induce stress, but most importantly, it serves as a barrier to attaining your goals and reaching your productivity limit. So there's important to start creating reliable habits that are centered around your wake time. So you set the tone for every day, and hence eliminate procrastination. Number 3, if you have low anxiety like I do, I'm a high anxiety ridden person, it helps lower your anxiety. And so over the last couple months, I personally have been trying hard to expand my productivity limits so that it caters well to my evolving workload, as I own my own business now. And so, to my surprise, waking up early boosts my productivity tenfold throughout the day. And in fact, on the days when I get up Yes, plan right. I have ample time to ease into the day without necessary rushing. Stress is directly associated with increased levels of cortisol. Which leads to, of course, weight gain, anxiety, and other several health issues. If you always are rushing in the morning, try doing things differently tomorrow. Simply get up earlier than usual, take your time to get ready, then stroll out the door to go to work. This goes a long way in lowering yourself being anxious and developing stress in the morning. And then you think about you rushing stress to work, you're kind of, you're irritable. It sets the tone for the entire day. It's much easier to dive into our to-do list without pressure, right? The act of checking off several tasks in the morning creates the momentum that will help us push through the day. Trust me, it is the small wins that matter and push you to win the big throughout the day. We're constantly seeking for ways to maximize our potential and seize new opportunities to grow each day. However, we must learn to adapt to these changes to occur every day so that we can eliminate feeling of being overwhelmed. And that really just strips us of our productivity. I don't want that for you. Number 4, it gets rid of major decision making. God, I love this one. Regardless of how this sounds, the truth is that this is something very, very important, okay? When you do not have a morning routine, you do not manage your time well. We all get the same amount of time. People say, I don't have enough time. You have a time, management, like a time expenditure issue. Like you don't manage your time well. Simply means that we are, that there are important decisions made. You'll spend most of your time agonizing over everything, right? This is something that can cause fatigue and mental exhaustion. You keep asking yourself conflicting questions, and eventually you flood your brain with the unknowns. If you don't need to do this in the morning, it can be a huge judgment to the rest of the day. It tracks feelings of being overwhelmed and hence building your productivity. When you establish a stable morning habits, you don't have to think twice about your morning. It becomes simpler, creating room in your brain to make increased informed decisions and running the entire day. If you add mindfulness and meditation in there, a lot of times the answers will come to you. And so a lot of times we get in the way of our own brain. Like we allow our brain to get in the way of actually the answers that could be there for us. And the number 5, mental toughness. So unfortunately, we live in a society today that's too soft and fragile. So this is because we try to find the easiest way out of a situation. Most of us will crumble underneath this pressure that's normal. So what we need for growth and development is challenging, and we have to be challenged to really grow and develop. So yes, taking these route can be rewarding immediately in the immediate, but have you stopped to ask yourself what this means for the long term? And it is true that waking up each day, every day, early may not be fun, but when you force yourself through that discipline and mental toughness, you're adequately ready for any challenge that really life throws you. The truth is that you will be standing with everyone when everyone is not, because you know how to stand underneath the pressure. You know how to push through. If you can push through getting up in the morning when you don't want to, when you really don't want to, you do it anyway, you realize that you can accomplish pretty much anything. Okay, so what are the 7 habits of winning the day? Are you ready for these? It is important for you to bear in mind that morning habits will set you up throughout the day, okay? So in other words, having a ritual that you stick with no matter what becomes engraved in your system. This produces small wins that will ensure you are steered in the right direction for the rest of the day. They create positive momentum. When morning habits are a lifestyle to you, you will enjoy the path that is free of friction and strain. You'll start your day knowing that you are a winner, and for you will transform your life. You must first be willing to accept that habits can replace and that you have the power and responsibility to make changes to your day. Start by thoughtfully designing your day so that you lay a strong foundation for the productive day. Here are some of the habits to set your winning day for a long time. Habit number 1, beat the snooze button. I'm going to say it. Getting up, if that's something you struggle with first, right? But all it takes is hitting the snooze button and, turning your mind, and that's the one thing that's going to beat you every single time. So there's a strong temptation to hit the snooze button. So that you can catch a few more, a little bit more sleep. However, the good news is that you can break the habit. And the truth is, when you hit the snooze button, you're not going to complete that 90-minute cycle. Our bodies, when we go to sleep, we need 90 minutes. You should think of your sleep in 90-minute increments. So I'm either sleeping for every 90 minutes, so think of it like every 3 hours. So I'm either sleeping for 6 hours, 7.5 hours, right? Or 9 hours. So, so that's why 7.5 is a good amount of time, because you will finish your sleep cycle as you're waking up in the middle of it. And that's why you feel more tired after hitting the snooze button. So, so every time your alarm goes off, tell yourself you are a winner by getting up and a loser if you hit the snooze. Trust me, no one wants to start the day feeling like a loser. It worked for a couple of my clients. It can work for you. You can start experimenting with other tactics like moving the alarm to another room. When you're here and you get up, and then you don't allow yourself to go to bed, just to make it non-negotiable. I don't hit the snooze button. Even though there is no single bulletproof solution maybe to overcome the snooze button, you can count the temptation to hit it by simply experimenting different techniques. You may have tried countless with no success. They even have an alarm mat where you have to get out of bed to stand on it, okay? And they even have ones that it rattles the bed. So there's lots of different things out there. So, rather than beating yourself up, if you don't do this, you failed, just try another method, move on. You'll eventually find one that works for you. Habit number 2, get up early. As try hard to overcome the temptation to snooze, it's important that you have a purpose to get up early. Understand that the morning times are when you're fresh, you have the energy away from external distractions, right? During this time, you are not a lot of things, there's not a lot of things actually competing for your undivided attention like the rest of the day. Let's face it, so much comes at us. When you wake up earlier, you're in advantage. However, your wake up time is 7 a.m. Try doing 5 a.m. instead. It can be extremely challenging. So if you want to get up earlier than usual, do it gradually. I say try 30 minutes first. Even if you just need to do 5 minutes, 10 minutes a week, until you get to that hour, I'd say, an hour and a half is a really good target to have for a morning routine. Just remember to make sure it's realistic as you do. Micro habits with that Kaizen approach, right? I'm going to start by waking up 5 minutes early this week. The next week it'll be that another 5, so I'll be at 10 minutes, right? And so, you just gradually do it, and within a couple months, you could add a little bit more, and you'll be establishing maybe each week you add in a different little bit of your new morning routine. Make it gradual. Next, make your bed. The first thing that most people do when they get up is making the bed. This is something quick, simple. This is something I consider a second win in my morning. It simply adds a burst of achievement, okay, and productivity for your day. You've already accomplished something. Why is this step important? Part of waking up? Well, the truth is that when you organize your environment you're in, you're stimulating your mind to be organized too. It is a simple step that adds clarity and calm, ensuring that you stay sharp throughout the day. So habit number 3, sweat it and immerse a positive state of mind. Fitness is a big part of a successful person's life. Engaging in simple morning cardio, push-ups, jogs, sit-ups can help you kickstart your day. Really think of what are your fitness goals may be. Whatever they are, working as a part of your routine is an excellent way to turn on your metabolism and your brain. You'll feel motivated, happy, full of energy. You'll start to conquering things during the rest of the day, like activities, and you'll make healthier choices nutrition-wise because you already worked out. You don't want to blow it, and you don't have to worry about doing it after work. You don't have to worry about what gets in the way, or if something happens to the kids, or you get caught up at work, or something else happens. Who knows? The washing machine goes out. You just never know. Okay. After turning on your mind through physical exercise, it's important that you allow your mind to immerse in positive thought process. So sit on the floor in a mat with your feet crossed, close your eyes, and think about the things that bring you positivity in your day. Do one of my mindfulness playlist. I have the mindfulness meditation, the quick ones for the morning. So do one of those. And really, do you want to be grateful, excited, focused, and inspired? Try and answer these questions in your mind. What are the things that I am grateful for today? Make sure you name something. Breathe it in. What inspires me? What excites me? Allow your mind to tap into these positive thoughts. Allows you to rid yourself of sadness and anxiety. You're training your mind to look forward to the best that the day has to offer. You realize that gradually you begin transforming into an enthusiastic, optimistic by focusing on top priorities and allowing yourself to make the most of the efforts and reaping the tangible benefits. And really, at this time, make sure you're disconnected from the world. It's very important that you disconnect from the world around you. The best way to achieve this is by allowing yourself to reconnect with nature. Get out to nature. You can walk. You can even go for a walk. The power of walking. If you have a garden, walk in the garden. This isn't even one way to exercise that mindfulness I talk about. During the walk, try to collect your thoughts together. Focus on the best parts of the day that are in front of you. You can also do yoga, or choose to sit silently in the room that works for you. All you do is create a routine around you that achieves a level of comfort and blends well into your lifestyle. Whatever you do, make sure you're focusing on the present rather than on the past, okay? All right, habit number 6, visualize yourself living your dream life. And I cannot say enough about visualization. It has radically changed my life. And I credit a lot of this past year to visualization and really even changing my mind, the way I was thinking and viewing myself so much. So how do you envision your dream life to be? you just want to take a few minutes to see yourself living the life that you really want and the things that you want to be. Allow dreams to sink in deep and your mind to really engage for a couple minutes of all your senses. Have you been dreaming of a vacation somewhere? Watch yourself enjoying that vacation with loved ones, and doing all the things you have in your checklist. You're doing the steps. Really, it's important to let's say like you have this ambitious goal. Like I've had an ambitious goal to start my business. I started visualizing myself actually doing things like doing YouTube videos, actually doing a podcast, actually speaking at things, actually creating curriculum, actually doing things. Like I visualized them before I actually ever did them. Okay, because my mind really doesn't know the difference between what we imagine and what actually happens. So like it's incorporating, it's ingraining it in you, and it causes things to happen. So visualize myself like paying off my debt, like visualize things, and it's really key. And so you will encounter plateaus and valleys during this journey that might cause you to want to settle for an ordinary life, but you can start tapping in your mind into seeing yourself live an ideal day in life. When you start seeing yourself living in the dream, you start feeling a new rush of strength and energy that you will motivate and inspire you to keep going. It's only then that you will have full clarity of the new meaning and purpose and goals in your life. You get a new perspective of how you can forge ahead and overcome the dark hours in your journey and pursue your dreams with Lazio. And actually, I'm doing a masterclass on visualization, so stay tuned. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow if you haven't yet, because I'm going to have it on here. It'll be free on here. So anyone that I do paid workshop, but I really think visualization has so changed my life. I really feel like I need to get it out there to people. So, number 7, work on your dreams. As part of a morning habit, it's important that you make progress to accomplishing your biggest dreams. And before you dive into your daily chores, set aside 5 minutes to meditate on your dreams. As your dreams begin to grow, you can increase the amount of time that you work on them. Rather than giving in the first few hours of your morning to running errands, channel that into something that excites you. It could be that you're working on a new book project. Spend a few hours writing something. Simply use that time when you're fresh fuel power before the busyness of the day runs your tank dry. Take advantage of full willpower that you have in the morning to bring tangible results on a project you value most, or something you want to learn something, do something. Like we need something. We're either growing, right? Or what we're going the other direction. We're going one of two ways. And so we're either increasing in life or decreasing in life. We're either becoming more of ourselves, a better version of ourselves, or a worse version of ourselves. There's no stagnant here. So remember, if you channel your energy on activities that do not matter most in life, you'll find yourself going down a path that does not help you achieve your dreams and goals. Ask yourself whether the project will lead you to a bigger picture. If it is a small part of the bigger picture, then you are guaranteed that your efforts will yield the fruit of each step you take to draw you closer to your destination. When you eventually add those small wins together from the morning habits, you'll create a ripple of victories that will keep you powering through your days. If it is these small wins that really give you more confidence and keep you equipped to handle every challenge that arises during the day. It really doesn't matter what, really how difficult challenges are, because if you have strong beliefs and great habits, you can achieve anything. So let's review. Are you ready for those? Power 7. 1, beat the snooze button. Non-negotiable. 2, get up early. Small micro habits to get up early. Remember 5 minutes or 30 minutes at a time until you hit an hour and a half if you can. Along with that, make your bed. Habit 3, sweat it out and immerse in its positive mind. So sweat that out and practice mindfulness, disconnect from the world, get in that nature. Habit 4, write down your to-do list and goals you want to achieve. So make sure you have a plan of action before your actual real day starts. I actually do my to-do list the night before. That way I don't even think about it in the morning. I know exactly what I'm doing the next day, but I do write my goals. In the morning, I journal my thoughts and things. Habit 5, focus on one task at a time. So really, get that. I'm such a multitasker that I've had to force myself to really focus on one thing at a time, and it's done wonders for my productivity. And really just the increased amount of just energy and stuff I put into things. And then habit 6, visualize yourself living your dream life. What do you want? Visualize it. Take a moment to close your eyes and really see yourself doing the steps necessary to get there. Not just doing that, but you need to see yourself doing the steps as well, as you don't do visualization correctly. And then habit 7, work towards your dream. Do something that excites you first thing in the morning. Something that you long to do, and watch you have this new vibrant energy for life when you know that you're going towards something that even if it's just simply learning a new language because you just want to do it, learning a new hobby just because you want to do it, is powerful. So in conclusion, remember that your morning does not have to be rough. You can allow this to sink into your spirit. You'll get the morning enthusiasm. You'll position yourself to seize every opportunity that comes your way, putting your best work into the entire day. It may be daunting to overhaul the whole routine at once, but we don't have to. Start small. Kaizen. Introduce habits gradually and robustly into your routine. Just remember, if you win your morning, you can win the rest of the day. So what's it going to be for you the rest of this year? We can still make 2020, if you're watching this in 2020, the year of COVID, something grand and amazing. You are a champion. Did you hear that? You're a champion. You're worth it. All that matters is that you win you, that you live authentically you. If you're someone who's really wanting to incorporate these into your life, I do have a course that I've done. It's a morning habit course. So you're just going to go to gogen180fit.com/morning. So that's it. And the link will be in the show notes as well. I'd love to have you join that course. And it really takes you through it takes you step by step through each day. Like you do a little something daily and really makes it practical, doable, sustainable, realistic. Fits into your life now and for the next, several years. And so go check out the course. You can preview, you can see what it's like. I encourage you to, if you're someone who doesn't have a morning routine, you could try to do this on your own, but I encourage you to go actually check out the course because I know how much it's going to benefit you. I've put my best strategies and things that have really been wins in my life into that course. So check that out. But nevertheless, I'd love to know what questions you have or what things do you have in your morning routine. Comment below. What are some of your morning habits? Are you someone with a morning routine? If so, let us know. Like, what do you think of it? Why do you use a morning routine? If you're someone who doesn't have a morning routine, what are your questions? What did I not answer today for you? And are you excited? Are you going to give this a try? Or someone who's just, nope, not convinced yet? And what other questions do you have about living a fit life? Because we have to be fit in mind, heart, body. So what nutrition questions do you have that I can answer? What fitness classes from exercise can I answer? What life transformational coaching from dealing with our mindsets to our emotions to just daily micro habits? How can I serve you? Because I like to answer your questions on this channel. So once again, if you have not yet, like, subscribe, follow for this is someone that needs some good habits in the morning. And until next time, try, be brave, be kind, live authentically, and always shine. Remember what? You're just one habit away. Time to do that 180. Go a new way. Go the fit way, right? Maybe that new habit is doing some things to make a morning routine. All right, I can't wait to hear from you. And if you try this out, let me know how it goes. I'd love to know. Come back and comment. I read each one, and I respond to each one. And it's me responding, not someone else. All right. See you later, tribe.